Hello. Thank you for joining me yet again. I want to go over the energy, and then probably in a separate video, I'll do a tarot reading for the weekend. So Uranus came direct this week. I believe it was Tuesday. And can you hear that? On a Tuesday. Not that. My computer is doing something. It's loud. Anyway, Uranus came direct on Tuesday. And so what I want to say is Uranus brings connection. Uranus, think of it like lightning. It brings electricity. It brings a spark. It brings spunk. And these are connection points. So since Tuesday, you would have noticed a lot of chaos in the energy, a lot of hectic energy, a lot of things coming at you out of nowhere, information, people reaching out. Now people have offers, people have things that they need you to handle for some reason. Just all kind of shit thrown your way. Okay, that was Uranus. And so outside of the box, crazy surprises, things you weren't expecting. And it's been a few days now. Today is Friday. And so what have we learned? We already had the energy of urgency with the full moon. Remember, we already felt like if I can just get going, if I could just get past this point. And so Uranus came on, the lights came on, right? The internet's working now, that sort of vibe. And it's like, whoa, we're connecting different ideas and different people, and we're still not there yet. Because Jupiter is still in retrograde. Okay. And Saturn is very close to leaving Pisces. So it's a heavy energy this week. You'll feel it this weekend, especially when the moon moves into Scorpio. Probably tomorrow. I think the moon is still in Libra. So either late tonight or tomorrow, the moon will move into Scorpio. And that always causes heavy emotion, more sensitive energy, and just a depth, really feeling things thoroughly, wanting to get to the bottom of things emotionally. That's going to be this weekend. However, Scorpio is the investigator too. So with the moon there, things coming out, things that were hidden, more secrets, more of this Epstein stuff, whatever, more stuff's going to keep coming out in your personal life and in the world. So how you handle it, Scorpio moon, is we're not going to be crazy. We're not going to start assuming things. We only use the information and the evidence that we have. Okay? Just get right there. Just nip it in the butt. You can, however, feel deeply into some emotions that are coming up. Maybe some things still aren't healed yet. And Scorpio is great for doing that. Really taking like an inventory of what's still left over, what's still coming up. Even if you thought it was healed, it could come up this weekend. Because, like I was saying, Saturn is getting ready to move on February 20th into Aries. And it will stay there for like the next 3 years, 2.5 to 3 years. So when it does, we will definitely be able to move a little bit more. And then when Jupiter comes direct, that will be, I believe, March 12th. So we're getting close. Then we can really start going. But right now, you're not supposed to be having things start. We're still making the final touches. We're still maybe even getting new ideas and figuring out how it's all going to come together. So don't feel like you're late. Don't feel like, oh, I got to get started on this thing and I'm going to lose a bunch of money. I don't think that's the thing right now. From now until the 20th, because of Saturn, at this final edge of this final degree of Pisces, it is very heavy. Saturn's been here for 3 years in Pisces. So look at your chart. Where is Pisces in your chart? What are you closing out right now? What part of your life have you really felt obstacles, burden, stress, really having to put in the work and more effort in a certain aspect of your life? That was Saturn. Okay, Pisces. Also, if you had any squares to Saturn, like Sagittarius, even in opposition, Virgo, these places would have felt difficult. So what are you closing out this week when it feels heavy, when it feels depressing, when it feels like you want to just escape because you can't move? The energy is like quicksand and you can't get out and you're stuck in your head. Luckily, we're out of that Virgo moon. When Uranus first came back on, we were having a moon in Virgo. And like for 2 days, I was just picking myself apart. And that's the energy of Virgo. Very nitpicky, very, you're not doing good enough, very hypercritical, very, why are you eating that? Go to the gym. You need to go outside. I don't care if it's 30 degrees. You need to go walk 5 miles. And that is the energy of Virgo. So yesterday and even today, Libra moon, much lighter. We're feeling better. But as we come into the Scorpio moon, you know, things can touch more on that heaviness. So be aware of that this weekend. We're not ready to jump yet. We're not ready to take that leap yet. We will have some risks we will need to take when Saturn gets into Aries. Maybe not next week, the week after, February 20th. And it will be conjunct Neptune. And you need to be expecting some major shifts in the world and in your life. Mark your calendars because it's going to be wacky. It's going to be different. And it's going to be no nonsense. So I'm ready for that. Are you? It's going to be much more of individual wants and desires. And you know, what are you here to do? Anytime we leave Pisces and enter Aries, we're leaving the very last sign and going back around to the first one. You know, we've come all the way around and now we're leaving that 29th degree and we're getting into Aries, 0 degree. This is a rebirth. This is brand new. And so with Neptune and Saturn, starting a huge new chapter. So everyone should be really excited for where this is going. Any heaviness, depression, fog, gross, yuck, obstacles, feeling like you just can't get there until the 20th. Everyone's feeling it. It's not just you. So just keep that in mind. We're staying positive. We're seeing this through. We're not going to give up on anything. This energy is like, it's too hard. I'm just going to give up. Don't give up. We're very close to the end. I think that's it for now, guys. I'll check back in. Good luck this weekend. Scorpio moon. Go watch like some crazy sci-fi or horror or investigator, First 48, thriller, suspense. That's Scorpio. Don't get in a fight with your partner or assume the worst about someone or be petty or spiteful. We don't want to be that side of Scorpio. Okay, well, let's acknowledge. I like the word inventory. Let's take an emotional inventory this weekend and see what do we still need to let go of. And Pisces is letting go. Saturn is almost done here. What are we letting go of? What chapter is ending? What do we need to say goodbye to? Okay, and then just feel that out. Okay, bye.